So before jumping into the drawing itself, this is me learning concept art. It won't be perfect. I'm missing a lot of key information or key knowledge about making this type of art. So I'm learning as I go. I'm trying to adapt my own style to this pictorial approach. The piece that you will see today, it's something that I started way back, and today I just refined it and made it more final, or at least got it to a state where I'm happy with and I can consider it good enough to present as a piece of my portfolio. Um, I will talk about it as I go, my approach to it, and the reason for this video pretty much is to kind of share some motivation with people with artists that lost it, and feel free to draw alongside with me, or feel free to copy what I'm doing. It's perfectly fine. You can do the same exact piece. I don't really care. I don't mind. We're fighting against AI, not against each other. So this is the design that I'm doing. As you can see, it's pretty advanced, as in close to finish, but I'm still adding details in the elements that are hashed on the screen. I'm showing you the two versions of the design, the two concepts when it's deployed, the big one, and on the go, the small one. So the concept for this one is it's a futuristic excavator that's very simple. It's used to drill, and the concept for it, the idea for it is getting the logo gecko and getting the creature, the gecko, and transform it into some sort of a machine that looks like a gecko. So this is, let's say, a piece of equipment that it's used to drill on desert-like planets. So you can apply it to whatever concept you want. The idea for this was first for me to explore how it feels to make concept art with this pictorial approach. I've never done it before. It's the first time that I'm doing this this type of approach to art. I'm more of a designer of sorts. I work with clean colors. I work with tons of layers, with flat colors more than clean, but even clean, like what I'm doing here with brushes and everything looks messy. It's not something that I'm comfortable doing. So why I'm doing this exact element, this exact machinery, is I will have a couple more elements to it, like a drone or a bulldozer or whatever. And I'm trying to look at it as making concept art for a game, or making concept art for whatever, a movie, or doesn't matter. Something that requires more elements that are in the same feeling, in the same designed by the same company, the Gecko. So using this black and yellow elements. So what I'm trying to do with this video, like why I'm talking over it and where I'm trying to aim with what I'm saying, is not necessarily look on the how to create art, but more of how it feels to make art. So I'm diving more into the psychological aspect of being an artist, telling you a little bit more of how it feels to me, of the struggle, sort of speak, which is a struggle to create art, but I'm trying to connect with you on more of a human level than to give you tips and tricks on how to create concept art, because I don't know it myself. I'm discovering it. But to give you some perspective on what I'm talking, for example, the piece that you see me creating from the start of this video, even if it's sped up, it took me around 3.5 hours, even less. But those 3.5 hours to me felt like 10 to 12 hours. It felt pretty long, and that's because I couldn't do it in one sit, in one go. I had uh, to stop. I had to recollect my energy to kind of do something else, and because it's a very difficult feeling to learn art nowadays, and it's the discussion with the AI where it is, with the risk of not being able to find a good job, like the competition being so fierce. It's pretty difficult to make art for the sake of making art, and that's what my challenge for me was here. Even if I will use this element that I'm drawing, the concept, the entire concept sheet that will end up when I'm finished with the other pieces as well. I will use it as a portfolio piece. I'm still trying to allow myself to make as many mistakes as I can, to discard this drawing if I don't like it, or to leave it be as it is, you know. And I'm trying to fight against the feeling of not belonging, because I feel that I don't belong, even after, especially after 2 decades, almost 2 decades of drawing, being an artist. I feel that I don't belong because the type of art that I do feels so distant from this type of art, this type of pictorial art that I've never done before. And seeing how difficult it is for me to work like this, like to work with very few layers, to merge everything together, things that I don't do. I work with thousands, hundreds and thousands of layers when I work. Because I'm afraid of making mistakes. I can see that now even more clearly when I'm doing it this way around. And it makes me think, like, why am I so afraid of playing? Because this is pretty much what we're doing as artists. We play. And it could be because of, childhood trauma. It could be because of many things. And I know why it feels the way it feels to me. I know where the heaviness comes from. But I also invite you to kind of look into your life, and if you have trouble drawing right now, to first of all try to reflect on why. What's the worst thing it can happen if you mess up, if you fuck up. So yeah, I don't know how in depth I should go with this, because I also don't want to give bad ideas to anybody. So I'm treading lightly, but the overall feeling is that art should be fun, because art is playful. Art is something that a child would create, and the artists that we have today, even if they work in the industry, even if they are part of this monstrosity, they are still kids having fun. They are grown-up kids with a lot of experience, with a lot of knowledge, and they can create very, very beautiful art, and they can be even more accurate to the world within them. So that's what I'm trying to reach for with what I'm doing here. I'm trying to reach in that potential of myself, of my artistic self, to explore even this pictorial aspect of making things. As you can see here, I was still working on the glass part. It felt super difficult to make mistakes, but I got in a flow, in a mindset where I started having fun. As you can see, the piece of paper that I'm drawing, that it's glued to the window itself. It was that flow state of creating that it came really late into the process, with the pieces of duct tape on top of it. That was me just finally having fun with being messy. Like you're playing with Play-Doh or you're playing with mud or whatever. And I truly recommend you, if you feel stuck, to kind of push through it. One of the key elements that helped me here was having some fixed goals, and to remind myself those goals every time the panic started to show up. Every time I felt that I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be here, the industry is not for me, what am I doing with my life? Also, please keep in mind that while I'm doing this, besides all the pushbacks, I'm also looking for a job, and I'm out of money, and it seems like I shouldn't do what I'm doing, but that's the fear. So I was talking about goals. The goals that I set up for this video were, first of all, allowing myself to be messy, which means forcing even myself to be messy. I stepped outside of my comfort zone, and I had to work on as little layers as possible. And then when it was good enough, and you will decide what good enough is for you, but for me it was decent enough to I don't know how to describe it. Good enough, whatever. So if it was good enough, I would merge those layers together. You can see that I'm merging layers, creating new layer, merging layers, creating new layer. So this is some sort of negotiation that I have with myself. I'm not stepping outside of my comfort zone entirely, but I'm stepping enough to learn some new things. So yeah, I'm sorry. I got a phone call, and it threw me off the train of thought, but I'm trying to come back. So another goal that I had in mind for myself, besides working messy and having as little layers as possible, as few layers as possible, was to allow myself to be wrong. So working on this, I figured out another methodology I could use to kind of have more control of it, and to allow myself to move faster, and that is to have a separate layer for shadow, a separate layer for light, and a separate layer for color, then the base layer for the black and white version and the grayscale version of the drawing itself. So that would be a little bit more controlled. And when I realized that I have this opportunity, or this possibility, or this alternative even of drawing, the excavator the drill that I'm drawing right now, it came a little bit as a punch in the gut, like you didn't think about this early enough, so you fucked it up, you messed it up, whatever the negative thought was behind it. And then I tried to remember myself again the goals. The goal is to have fun. The goal is to not be right, to mess it up. So I'm achieving the goal because I messed it up. So yeah, these are like small tips and tricks to kind of give yourself leverage um, against the thoughts that are uh, heavy and are unwanted, and you're already having a tough time understanding new things and exploring and going through the process of learning. So if you can find a way to not have to deal with the invasive thoughts, I think it will help you in the long run. So yeah, that's why I kind of um, thought it would be a great idea to find some this bucket list of things that I'm trying to achieve these goals, to just allow myself to push through this feeling and through this uh, process of discovery. And to be honest, by the end of this artwork that I'm doing here, I've genuinely started to have fun. I started to be more intrigued in coming up with small details here and there, even if I didn't do a lot of them. I also allowed myself to not finish the entire piece, so I won't go into details on the arm itself, the arm of the drill. I'm not gonna touch neither of the wheels in front or in the back, so that will remain the way it is. Even the circle itself, I'm not adding any texture to it. But I did touch the chair, which I had no plan to doing into going there, and it was fun. It felt really 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 fun, and I think that's the value of muting that intrusive voice in my head. You know, it allowed me to be creative and to see things that maybe I would have not seen, like what I'm doing now, the backside of the excavator, the shadow side, and then thinking, okay, it will be a stronger shadow casted by the circle thing in the middle, the rotor, um, and yeah, it was fun to finally start playing with accents. And even in the end right now, it's the thing that kind of um, reminded me of StarCraft in a way, uh, giving the engine a little bit of life, the rotor itself. So I thought to myself, well, if there's something happening inside, why not give it a little bit of a glow, something to showcase some sort of heat, some sort of um, nuclear reaction. I don't know. And I went for a bluish turquoise light, and a bit of reflection, then some smoke plumes, and yeah, it feels like it gave uh, a more cohesive look to the entire thing. Even if you see that how flat the arm is, or how flat the legs are, and how incomplete, having this thing in the middle made me feel like the drawing is good enough. So yeah, I was happy with it. this was fun. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait to make the next one. And I hope you guys also liked it. Please drop a like if you liked it, and take care.